Greenlands, and last two jobs of this save, convert or update, are sorting the silage and sorting the sheep. I'm going to do the sheep first, and the first job I want to do is move the wool pallets, because I'm going to build a custom sheep pen to put them in, which will fill this field, is the plan. So we can do that from the taking a copy of the base game small sheep pasture, and I'm going to edit that to have a nav mesh and foliage area that fit the field, and then I'll up the capacity to reflect the fact that it's quite a big field. That's the plan. The other job then is converting the silages. So we have the grass silage bales and we have the maize silage in the clamp. So hopefully not too long a job. Should be quite interesting if you're enjoying these videos, and then next time we will get into playing properly. So I found my cheat sheet for what I planned to plant in all the fields, so we'll go through that next time. We'll work out if we need to buy some extra fields, and work out what the what jobs we've got to do, because I have no idea. I cannot remember. And we'll start working on paying off the large amount of debt. Well, we're probably going to start working on spending some money first to buy some land and things. But after that, we'll work on paying off the debt. I'm pretty sure this telehandler used to be white. But obviously the game's been through quite a few updates. And it looks like it's reset the colour. I don't mind it in red, so we're going to leave it in red. We have quite a lot of wool pallets actually laying around the farm, so it might be that we look to sell some wool in the near future. But yeah, I'm going to combine all of the animals that are in here into one big field size sheep pasture, and that's going to let us get into That's going to let us be more serious about our sheep breeding. We are not going to get into sheep. Yes, I'm that immature sometimes. So that's all of that moved out of the way. So if we go into the construction menu now, animals and sheep, and scroll all the way across to the end, you will see I have custom small sheep pen. And I'm going to do basically like I did for the Elk Mountain Ranch one. I'm going to place it down, go into Giants Editor, move it in the map, and then grow everything. We'll get rid of the fences and see how it goes, basically. So I think about there, I'll bring the nav mesh and the grazing area forward. I just wanted some space to be able to put things down. So we'll go for that. So if I turn on the interactive zone markers, we've got a space for spawn, water, feed, animal trigger. I'm going to get rid of the fence, all of the fence, and yeah, we might in fact do that now because I think it will kind of work. We'll do a little bit of landscaping, just bring that into there. We might end up having to do some replanting of some grass, I think, to get that back to being grass, but we'll see how we go. Okay, let's save that and get out to Giants Editor and get to work. Everything now we need to do is Giants Editor or XML. I'm starting off in the save game folder. A couple of things that we're going to try and get sorted. The first thing we're going to do is back it up. Just like that. So I was just copying and pasting it so it creates a backup copy. Just to make sure. And then I want to search for silage, maybe. I placed them, didn't I? So probably going to be near the bottom. I'm looking for my 2 big bunker silos. Cuba storage, modular BGA, bunker silo. That's those. So, and what we're going to do is input type will be those down for now. Mods. Sorry, it's really hard to think and talk at the same time. I think it'll be that one. I just want to get the right fill types for maize silage. And do that, that, and copy that in there. And that should hopefully give us, oh yeah, that's the right ones. Stupid amounts in both. That's that done. So that's converted the silage that's in those 2 big bunkers we have into maize silage because it came from maize. Now, those are the 2 fenceless husbandries. We're not going to worry about the food, it's just the animals. I'm going to copy those and I'm going to paste them into a sticky note on my other screen. Copy them and paste them. Because we're going to want to put those into the other pasture. In fact, we could do that now and then we could delete because they're same. So if, yeah, we could do that now actually. And I could just delete those. Let's do that. And then we'll go back in and check that that's worked. I don't think I want to do that. And do that. No, we're going to do that. Go. So it's a bit like we had to do on Maypole with the whole immersion thing. And there are 50 of them between the 2. We do that. Go up and delete these ones. I'm just going to delete them. I'm not going to worry about emptying them and selling them. That should be those gone. That done. And then if we close that, back into the save game, into items. And we have a load of bales that say silage and they need to say grass fermented, I believe. So you just check. Go back into that fermenting silo because it's got the fill types that I need in it. Grass fermented. So we'll take that, go into there, and we're going to do a replace. We're going to replace with that, and we're going to find silage. We're going to do a replace all. We're going to undo that and we're going to save, and that should be all the bales swapped. So let's go back in the game and see if that's all taken. So first things first, that's got 50 of 15 sheep in it, so we need to edit the capacity of that obviously and the feed troughs and stuff. Those are grass silage. Awesome. So then if we just go to the map and jump across to our clamps and have a look in here. Yay! So these are nearly fermented. Cool. I think those passed over, but that looks like that has worked. Awesome. That one just says fermenting. That one says fermenting maize silage. Interesting. Okay. And we can quit that now. We'll double check. That's why only one of them looked right, because I had a mistake in there. There we go. That should have sorted that. Right, let's have a look at editing this sheep pasture. So I just took all of the files for the base game one, added a mod desk, and good to go pretty much. In here, I changed it so that it was looking locally. So it takes the store image from here. It takes the i3D from here. So just deleted all the path that went with it. So let's make everything bigger. Water capacity. I'm going to make that 15,000 litres. And probably make the water automatic at some point. But, max animals. Go for 400. Food capacity. Go for 50,000 for now. I think that's it. That is it. I'm going to delete all of the defences as well. And I think that's it. I need to check, because I can't remember, to mute my mobile phone as a step one. If I have increased the capacities of all of the other animal pastures feed, I'm not sure. I can't remember. I might have done it in a previous video. I might not have. That's that bit done. We're then going to open up the i3D file. And no, we're not. We're going to open up the map i3D file. So that we can drop it on the field and do it that way. So we then want to import mods small. There we go. I'm going to import that wherever it's going to end up, and then we will get the information from the save game again, like I did last time. Placeables. The bottom. There we go. So get these copied and pasted in. And then we'll grow the nav mesh and the foliage area, and that should be all we need to do. So I'll try and remember to put the link in. I'm doing this, I'm doing the nav mesh stuff based on a tutorial by Shy Wizard, where he goes through building an entire custom animal enclosure. I will try and remember to link that in the video. So there we go. That's our placed pasture. So if we go up to, we need to expand that. So we have nav mesh. The nav mesh is currently, should not be visible, non-renderable. So if we turn it on, there it is, sits there. And what we're going to do is make that bigger, and then we will make the foliage area fit it as well. So create primitive plane, what we want to do, and then we're going to drag that up into there. So the way you drag it is you select it and hold down the middle mouse button. And then we will move it. No, we don't want to do that. I want to move it over to here. Which way am I moving that, up or down? Oh. Probably I want to go 0, 0, 0. There we go. And 0, because I want it relative to the placeable. And then size-wise, we're going to grow it with that. So this will be a bit of trial and error on my part. Going to, which way does it go if I grow that one? Nope. Be that one. Yep. So it's going to be a fair bit of trial and error. I'm going to get one big square that does most of the field, and then we'll fill in the patches. So it's maybe more like 80. Yeah, that's not bad. Go a bit wider. 100. And move that so that it's there. That looks pretty good to me. I'm then going to create another one. So create primitive plane. Again, we will move it up into there. For now, I'm going to set it to 0, 0, 0, 0. And we're going to move it over that way and that way. Move it around. No, I moved it up into the air. Dumb of me, wasn't it? So that one and that one. And then we're going to just start growing this. Rotate. 0, 40. Yep, that looks good. And then probably 60. Too big. 55. Feels slightly too big. 50. That'll do. That's that one. I edit, duplicate that. We can then go across here, and I'm going to rotate this and try and rotate this. Rotation markers. Come on, let me rotate you. There we go. Right. Let's try and line that up along the back edge of the field. And that'll do. It should all conform, try and conform to the field. So if we now make that, I think it's that one. Yep. Move that along and across. There we go. And then we've just got to try and fill this bit in. So if we go back to this one, duplicate it again. That was Control D to duplicate it, by the way, that time. And I guess this time we want to try and rotate it so that it sits there. And adjust the size of it. So probably that one. 5. No, too big. Too big. 55. Too big. Back to 50. So what I want to try and do is push up into there a bit. That way a bit. Get above it. There we go. Should be okay. So we can now go 5. I am going to call that good enough. So I'll be back in a sec. I just need to look something up. So I'm back, and what we're going to do is select everything in the nav mesh. Actually, what we're going to do, I'm going to do that out of here. We're going to do export selection with files. I'm going to overwrite that one. No, actually, I don't want to do that yet. I want to undo those. Then we're going to do export selection with files, and we're going to overwrite that. Yes to everything, and then close that. No, we don't want to save the changes to the map. And mods, that one, open that. In Giants Editor, which will take a second. There we go. So we've now got our much bigger nav mesh. Reminds me we need to turn off. We didn't do the foliage areas either. We can do that now from this. We need to turn that one to. That's already on non-renderable. Okay. I'm not sure why that's flickering. Sorry about that. We'll try now and create the nav mesh. So we're going to go click on the root node nav mesh. Radius is 0.7 for sheep. The step I've made. Back again. Got it this time. Build nav mesh mask. So it's under the shapes tab. So we need to go through and select each of these and set that. So we click on the 3 dots, and I think we just select all of these. I'm basing this off of a tutorial for cows. We're doing sheep, but hopefully that is right. And then I think we can just copy that and paste it in all the others. Hopefully this will work. We will find out in a bit. Okay, so now we select all of that. You create nav mesh. Radius is 0.7. That's the radius of the animals. I've got that shape build mask thing there. And we're going to do create. And it's done. And there's our nav mesh. Then we're going to do file, export selection with files, overwrite the nav mesh. Do yes to everything. And then we can delete that. Save that, and we'll go and load it in the game. One step that I forgot was to tell it to load the nav mesh locally. So we just need to delete all of that. Try again. It looks like it has worked. So there are all of the sheep wandering around the bigger nav mesh. That's really cool. Now we just need to sort grazing out. So let's go in and do that. Back out on the desktop again. Last trip into Giants Editor, hopefully. Because this is based on the base game one, we have 3 foliage areas. So what I'm going to do is set this to visible again. There. Sorry for the flickering. Hopefully that doesn't trigger you at all. And we're going to go into foliage areas and we're going to edit them. So there. And that off. I might try and put something over that flickering box in the edit. Might be really annoying for people. Across to there. And then height. No, didn't want to do that. Didn't know you could do that. Here we are. Height, we're going to go all the way across to there. So that's the first one set. The second one we will set over here. We'll do that. We'll need some rotation. Looks not. Could do it a little bit more. That's good enough. Maybe back it off a tiny bit. There we go. Perfect. And then width will pull across to here, and height will run down to there. So that's covered most of that area. So I think we just need to do this little bit over here. So go something like that. And we'll width across to there, and height we'll bring out to here. That'll cover most of it, I think. Awesome. I think I'm going to call that good enough. So just save it and close. So I think we are done with all of the edits, pretty much. I need to put the meadow grass back in here, which we can do. Ideally, I probably need to move all those silage bales, but I'm not going to. We need to put some bits of fence and some gates in, but we can do that kind of slowly as we go through, I think. I've obviously got some tidying up to do around the farm from all of this, but I'll probably do that off camera between videos. So the cows, I'm going to put meadow grass in, because I think it will be kind of a pain to try and plant in here. I guess we could if we moved all those bales, or we could plant up to the bales, but it really makes no difference. And visually it doesn't make a lot of difference, because once the cows have grazed the first bit of meadow grass, it looks a lot like normal grass. So we'll do that now. So, and then we can test a bit of grazing out, which would be kind of cool. Try and make sure I don't plant meadow grass inside their shed, which is what I did before. So yeah, we'll get this done. We know that the Elk Mountain Ranch pasture grazes. I tested that before. So we just need to wait for the grass to grow in there before it will actually graze anymore. But I am really excited to actually get stuck into playing this. This one I'm going to replant, because otherwise it'll bug me that they're different. So we'll probably be doing that next time. It's only a small amount we need to replant. And we need to feed them, because they currently have no food. Or water. But yeah, just to... Let's see, they have no food either. We're really good at this, and I did increase the capacities of this shed. Cool. So these will graze now. It won't do much, but it'll help. These should graze. We haven't tested it, and our grass isn't long enough to test it yet. So I'm going to replant this. If I run over here, we'll see that we now have a capacity of 400, so we can focus a bit more on sheep. I just want to go and check the other sheep enclosure to see how full that is, because we might need to move some in the next video. So we have a lot of wool. I'm really tempted actually to get the JCB telly steer, whatever it is, the new skid steer JCB telly truck. Yeah, so that one's full. So that one, yeah, because they're going to reproduce in a couple of days, so we need to be thinking about moving those out. Yeah, but I think that would be really cool for dealing with all of this. You know, we store the wool in here and waiting for a good price. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. It's going to be maybe towards the end of next week when we get playing on here. I've got a whole bunch of videos that I want to do, so mixing in 3 Let's Plays makes it a bit more challenging, but I think first job will be sort some of these grass areas out, and then we'll progress through September and work out what we've got to do next. So I need to say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members, including Noel, who's new to Patreon. So I hope you enjoy those videos on furling, and to Jay, because it's part of the deal with the senior disturbing tier membership. But yeah, all the other guys as well on Patreon and YouTube channel members, appreciate all of you supporting my crazy little hobby. And after that, I'm going to say, if you enjoyed the video, click the like button. We do not smash like buttons. If you smash the like button, you have to buy me a coffee. Comments, questions, suggestions below. And if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. I think I did forget. I forgot to turn off the visible when I saved this. The last time that you saw, I had to go back in and uncheck that tick box, because otherwise it was a bit messy. But yeah, that's it. I'm super pleased with this. Really looking forward to seeing how grazing works with the grass growing back. I'm going to leave this muddy strip. I might actually extend it so we've got a bit of a work area here. Yeah, I will see you next time on Greenland.